The Housing Authority for the City of San Buenaventura serves Ventura, California, and we started our first non-public housing, affordable housing development work in 2003. We did a couple projects, and then with that experience and the HUD RAD program, the Rental Assistance Demonstration Program, we've done 12 limited partnerships in total, 9 that are completed and 3 that are in construction right now. And you know the saying, when you've seen one project, you've seen one project. Each one of the dozen LPs is unique in some way, and so putting together the team and the funding is always a challenge for us. Our CEO is very visionary and really encourages us to look for every possible resource for a project. A project requires multiple sources: bonds, tax credits, construction loans, grants, various financing strategies, rent subsidies, and often the seller carryback notes. We also use a lot of professional consultants. We have architects, engineers, contractors, accountants, appraisers, and several other types of professional service consultants.
And lenders' interest should be directly aligned with the developer's interest. Because at the end of the day, the way affordable housing projects get developed is through 2 forms. It's debt or equity. And typically in most projects, there's a shortage of one or the other. And so, the lender has to, really get involved as early as they can in the process so their interests can be aligned and they understand where the pressure points are. Where are the gaps? Where can creative financing vehicles be utilized in order to help the project get from A to B into the finish line. And it's really also, quite frankly, very similar to what a developer goes through in being able to control aspects that are, quite frankly, outside of people's control, such as the direction of interest rates. And really, getting a better understanding and a more detailed understanding, I would say, to the particular risk profile of a project, the market, developer strengths, weaknesses, so that we can, put together a sound capital plan so that, there's enough liquidity and cushion in the execution in order to get the project done.
In October 2020, ProLink Solutions has introduced a new feature called Procorem Marketplace to the industry. First, tell us a little bit about who ProLink Solutions is.
I founded ProLink in 1998. Originally, we were a custom software shop that specialized in financial institutions that made real estate loans and invested in real estate, a lot of structured finance. In about 2004, I was lucky enough to be awarded the VHDA contract, and we built them, VHDA Housing Agency, their system. And at that point, that's about the time I fell in love with the affordable housing business. It had all of the elements of the structured finance that I was already fascinated by. It has the overlay of compliance, and it's really, I can't think of a better industry to be in from just a mission perspective. We're helping a lot of people with this stuff. So since that beginning, ProLink now has 21 state agencies on our system, several syndicators and investors in low-income housing tax credits. Over the years, ProLink has developed some basic technology for supporting the affordable housing business. We've done that by concentrating on two main areas: the government and compliance, and then the private side of investment. We have AIM, which is our system for the investors, the banks, the institutions that buy and trade partnership interests in tax credits. And then we have our state systems, which are used to allocate tax credits and other government programs for affordable housing, as well as perform asset management and compliance duties of the regulator. As we built up our client base of HFAs and investors in affordable housing, one of the main themes that seemed to become a reoccurring issue was collecting and packaging all of the data required for each of these projects and funneling it through a streamlined process in order to try to reduce some of the costs, soft costs especially, in these transactions. Our solution to that was Procorem. Procorem is a collaborative portal that allows investors and state agencies and developers to work together to build affordable housing. Today, we have thousands of development entities in the affordable housing business that are logging into Procorem and using it to communicate on a daily basis with their state agencies and banking and investor clients. When you submit your information to the Procorem Marketplace, you'll be provided with a work center and a ProLink staff member to assist you in evaluating and assessing your project. We use a thing called life events to review your project's status and determine what resources need to be marshaled together for you. At that point, we will link you with funding providers, and we will assist you in gathering the information you need and presenting it so you can successfully fund your project. That's what the marketplace is.
Whether you're an asset manager or developer, you run into various milestones of your affordable housing assets as you manage your portfolio. Pre-development and feasibility, new construction, acquisition and rehabilitation, refinance and year 15 recapitalization, RAD, rural, preliminary architectural or engineering work, site assessment, market study, securing the site, community engagement, financial feasibility assessment, all the things you need to get your project off the ground. Land acquisition, architects, engineers, other consultants, construction bidding, site preparation, and construction itself, labor and materials. Property acquisition, capital needs assessment, tenant relocation, rehabilitation, all the things you do to get your tenants a brand new space to enjoy. portfolio analysis, tenant engagement, appraisal, finding the right resources to help you with your project, determining the right kind of executions for your financing needs,
ensuring that you're surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals that are very good at what they do, and they understand the industry, because it takes a community to build these projects. It's people coming together, using their collective knowledge, adding value to ensure that a project actually gets completed.
For us, we know that developing those long-term relationships are really key, but sometimes local banks are sold to larger banks. Lenders don't want to concentrate their risk with a borrower, and the professionals can't always meet the deadlines that we have. So we are constantly looking for new partners and new ways of doing business.
Within 24 hours of data submission, you'll be notified of new Procorem Work Centers created for you. Lenders on the market will be matched and will be invited to the Work Center to collaborate with you on initial assessment of your project. Yes, you get a cloud-based communication portal at no cost to you. Plus, personalized attention from our selected lenders to go through your project needs. Try Procorem Marketplace today and get your project funded.